roll it, ice. Mason Margiela, my sweater. Mama told me never settle. Ralph Simmons, don't lace him. Got your wanna.
Huh? What? Don't wanna talk about the paper. I swear they got these behaviors. They be hating, I feel out of. They been calling sack.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Jags are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against the Eagles defense that wants to get off the field. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
and coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
On second down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Wentz now on first down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's able to put it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
Wide receiver Allen Robinson has a well-deserved reputation as a guy who wins the jump balls downfield. Every time you talk about him and people describe him, they want to marvel at his ball skills. But quietly, he continues to improve his route running and the other facets of his game as he tries to get into the upper echelon of receivers in the NFL.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Bortles on the hook up to Hurns for the Jaguar first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Throwing now is Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they try the right side here. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Wentz to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On play action, it's Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They find some open field here. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Bortles will try again on second down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Bortles going to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So on fourth down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Dawson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A first throw for the backup Foles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Getting Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Flashed the nice move, but only able to get to the 10 with it. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A handoff to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Eagles have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Bortles got the completion here, and this goes 41 yards for the score. Eagles line up at the 13. They'll take the run up the middle, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. We're tied back up at 7. About halfway through the second, Alshon Jeffrey hauling in the pass over the middle, and this play will go for 6 as they move out in front 10-7. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and this great play will go for 6. The Eagles is up now by 7.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Wentz to throw on second down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brad Nortman now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out and out come the Eagles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Wentz on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out come the Jags. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there, 82 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And off comes to Smallwood. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And Selleck here, left side. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Bortles now on first down. It's caught right side. It turns. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Green 90. Green 90.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Wide open receiver, complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette, a first down carry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. On the right side, caught by Green. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. from the gun. It's Bortles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Bortles. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And that score and the point after will knock this ball game up.
And when you're playing from behind, all you want to do is get back to even and, in a sense, start over again. That's exactly what they were able to accomplish.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Bortles now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Bortles. And that will be incomplete as well. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw, it's Wentz. A dump off to Smallwood. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st down, Wentz. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gibson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Wentz to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the 1st here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible, but here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax, you don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
To throw is Bortles. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Bortles to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now Bortles. And caught Right side, Green. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ladarius Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that one... Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.